I'm anxious to see
But
what happens.
God, how
now.
exciting would it be if Logan caught him?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again,
what do you feel? Like, do you think the odds are right? It should be.
Yeah, well, because this is how it was even with Conor McGregor, and we were talking with Conor McGregor, and people thought like, oh, maybe, and the Conor's Conor McGregor. Logan Paul isn't no Conor McGregor,
but he's small. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, he's smaller, but Conor
right.
McGregor is way more skilled and more technical and stuff, and you would still give Conor a way better shot than Logan Paul, even with the size difference. We're gonna do our Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather predictions. So first and foremost, we were gonna do this anyway. We talked about it like Thursday or Friday, and then Friday this whole melee broke out. Just play it on mute in the background while we talk about this for a second.
Oh, do you want to? Okay.
Let's do because it'll lead up to it.
Yeah.
So they did the press conference. We'll have this video up while we're talking, but they did the press conference on Friday in Miami. The fight's taking place June 6th at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, and they did their little press conference. They only talked back and forth for like 5-10 minutes. Tried to be cute. Like Logan Paul's not that good at trying to be funny, or I don't know. He's just a little. Jake Paul's not good at it, and I think Jake Paul's better than Logan. And just like trying to be like a troll and talk shit to Floyd.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I do know you beat your wife. I'm like, oh, geez. He walks up to Floyd. He's like, are you reading a teleprompter? Oh, that's right. You can't read. I'm like, oh, jeez. Good job, Logan. Yeah. So
maybe he's just too nice for that, you know.
But he was trying too hard to like make something. But
even in the podcast when he was talking about it, because everyone keeps asking him if he's gonna talk shit. To him,
that was before.
And he's like, I mean, I'm gonna try.
Yeah,
you know.
I
feel like he's just too nice of a guy.
Jake wasn't that good at it, but at least Jake is kind of like silly.
Well, I feel like he's just a dick, so it's
Jake,
so it might flow easier, you know.
I guess. So anyway, so long story short, after the press conference, we got this video of Floyd is taking some interviews, answering some questions from the media. Jake Paul rolls up on him, and they're going back and forth. Floyd's like, I'll fight both of you in one night. He's like, get this bum the contract. Let him sign the contract. And so Floyd was saying he's fight Logan and Jake in the same night.
That'd be hilarious.
And Jake goes... Jake out of nowhere just takes his hat and goes,
pull the back Logan like he wants to do something.
Yeah, Logan ain't gonna do shit. We should fight Logan and Jake. Who you got? You want Jake or Logan?
Definitely Jake.
All right, I'll get Logan. I'm fucking both these dudes up.
God,
but anyway.
And the MMA fight, I don't know about
I'm fucking boxing too. I'll get in that boxing for 6 months and fucking both up. That's how
you think you'll fuck up Jake?
I'll fuck up both of them.
Really?
I swear. I can get in that boxing ring and get good.
6 months?
6 months.
I'll take an MMA fight.
Yeah, but they won't do that, so that's why. I mean, they did wrestle though.
What do you mean? We have no background. They take us in an MMA fight.
Did y'all sub them so quickly?
Yeah, but they don't know.
Well, I mean, that would be part of it. But anyway, so we'll get back to this. So anyway, Jake Paul takes Floyd's hat. Floyd's 43, about to be 44, I think, for this fight. His hair, I'm assuming he's wearing a hat because he doesn't like his appearance of his hair. I'm not going to, like, deep dive in anybody's hair. But
hair loss.
I'm assuming he didn't like his hair, and it was just disrespectful to take a grown man's hat off their head. And so anyway, it turns into
he has short man's complex.
Yeah,
too. That's
well, yeah.
Some people might let that slide a little bit easier.
Disrespect is disrespect, but whatever. But anyway, so Floyd took it as disrespect. It turned into a whole out melee. Bodyguards are grabbing Jake. Jake ends with a black eye. The video's here. Logan tries to get in, act like he's gonna do something. Anyway, but it ended up turning into, it added some excitement to the fight. And anytime anything with the Jake and Logan Paul, you get the haters basically being like, it was set up. And I don't think it was set up. I think Floyd just typically really just got pissed off for taking his hat, you know.
Well, no, Jake was recording before, and he's like, I'm going to take Floyd's hat, like leading up to it. Right. So, I mean, Jake specifically is amazing at marketing this way, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure we knew Jake was going to go take the hat. Logan said that too. He's like, Jake told me. But, of course, we didn't know what the reaction was. And they got the reaction.
And I take that as like I kind of like it. It's not some brotherly love, you know.
That was funny.
He's trying to sell his brother's fight.
I think I might fuck him up for the fight. I think Floyd might try to
if
knock
you're up there, I might sucker punch someone or something to sell the fight. Like,
I think Floyd might try to knock this dude out now, though. This is gonna get funny. We'll get into the predictions now. We can take this part off now.
Okay.
So do you want to go up? So like we always do?
Yeah, let's go up the card.
Okay. Do you want to save Chad Johnson or wait for Chad Johnson?
Isn't that the co or no?
No, it's just on the main card. They're doing the co's going to be the G.
I mean, honestly, let's just go from bottom to top.
Okay.
Oh no, you're right. Let's save Chad for a second.
Okay, second to last. Okay.
Yeah.
So the first fight then, let's take this off, and we should just pull these two guys up real quick. I know we didn't do it before. We talk about before the podcast pulling up everything, and we never pull up everything that we probably should. Just see what pops up when you do. Jarrett Hurd, JarretHurd versus.
Wait, what?
E-T at the end. Hurd, H-U-R-D. Versus Louise, L-U-I-S. No. Again, his Frenchman stuff comes out. You put Louis. This isn't the French Quarters. It's Louise, L-U-I-S.
This is why we need to pull this shit
Louise Arias. There we go. So, Jarrett Hurd versus Louise Arias.
I mean, no one even cares about these guys.
No, they do. These guys are 23-1. Hurd's 23-1.
Who watches boxing?
A lot of people, bro.
Only because of fucking Logan Paul.
No. Don't do that.
Yes.
Don't do that. A lot of people. There's like
Unless it's like the fucking
if you go to the barber
guys.
Shops and stuff, people don't really like MMA.
Unless it's like Tyson
like everyone
Fury.
watched Canelo this weekend.
Canelo. There's a few names that guys watch.
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, right. That's another
I'm
name.
saying people. But again,
okay, fine.
we got to talk about it. We're doing our whole fight card predictions and breakdowns and bets.
All right,
Anyway, so Jarrett Hurd is 23-1. I actually wrote down 24-1, but he's 30 years old. And Louise Arias is 18-2-1. I think this is the former unified 154-pound champion. So this is a 154-pound fight. I couldn't find. I was hoping. I found odds for Logan Paul, Floyd Mayweather, which are all over the place.
Yeah.
But let me see if I can find odds for this one. First and foremost, what's your first take on this 154-pound giant of a fight?
I don't give a
bro. It's your breakdown. You have to.
What do you mean?
You should care.
I care about the two main fights.
This video might get 500 views. And you're gonna be like, oh, I didn't care.
I didn't.
I'm trying to look for the Louise Arias versus Jarrett Hurd's odds.
Can you find him? Because that might help me out a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, you know where it is? Where you got some of the stuff? Tapology.
Tapology?
Yeah, go to Tapology, and it looks like it kind of has like the search Jarrett Hurd. Yeah. Or just do that one I just did. Jarrett Hurd versus Louise Arias. So for our podcast listeners, we are pulling up pages that we should have before. It's okay. All right, so there we go. See, that's nice. So here we go. Yep. So Jarrett Hurd 24-1 versus Louise Arias 18-2-1. 30 years. Both are 30 years old. 154.
6'1", 5'11".
I'm going with Jarrett Hurd.
Yeah, me too.
By 6-round knockout.
Sure.
That's who you got. So go over to the right.
Yeah.
We can do up top a little more. Click on Jean Pascal versus Badou Jack. Next one.
Okay.
Oh wait, you can do the.
Huh.
So the next fight. It's a rematch. They fought in. There we go. They fought This is Jean Pascal has a record of 35-6-1, taking on Badou Jack, who's 23-3-3. Jean Pascal's 38 years old. Badou Jack's 37. They're getting up there. Badou Jack's fights out of Las Vegas. That's interesting. And
what gym does he train at?
I don't know. Maybe Mayweather Gym or somewhere out here. So they fought in 2019. Yeah. Jean Pascal won a split decision. So that means one of the refs had Badou Jack winning. It was a really close fight. Both guys got knocked down. I wish I had odds on this one, but they don't have odds for any of this stuff yet. So Jean Pascal won the last one. Badou Jack. Who you got?
I'm going to go with Badou Jack, the Sweden man.
The Ripper.
Sweden,
fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
I don't trust people from Canada.
From Canada? Is he from Canada?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I do trust people from Canada.
I'm kidding.
And I'm going to go with Jean Pascal. And I'm going to go by decision.
And he's the Las Vegas guy. By decision?
Yeah. The Ripper is Badou Jack. Yeah, I'm going to go Jean Pascal by decision.
Okay. I'll go with the hometown.
You can go Badou Jack.
Las Vegas, Badou Jack, the Ripper.
All right. So now these two are the two boxing fights. What they've been doing with these cards are they have been putting some real boxers on there to add some like
to legitimize the card.
Yeah, authenticity to it.
I wish I do respect that.
Yeah, I do too. I mean,
most people are just there for the main names, though.
Yeah, but there are real boxing fans out there, bro. There are a lot. I promise you. But anyway, especially like a little older, because a lot of the UFC people are just now starting to get into UFC, but boxing's a more like been here forever, more like OG type of thing. But anyway, so the second most probably intriguing thing on the card is Chad, formerly Ocho Cinco, back to now Chad Johnson, the 6-time Pro Bowler for the Cincinnati Bengals.
My favorite player growing up.
He is 43 years old. There isn't a scheduled opponent yet.
Yeah.
But the talks was they were going to have him fight Adam Pac-Man Jones, who used to be on the Bengals with him. And I guess Chad is having doesn't want to fight him because they were teammates. But that would have been funny because Pac-Man Jones is 37, Chad Johnson's 43. They're both wild guys. Adam Pac-Man Jones got in a lot of trouble outside of the field. Used to get in trouble on the field. So it was talks. That's the only only opponent that I've heard might be even a possibility in talks with Chad Johnson versus Pac-Man Jones.
Yeah.
That being the case, I guess we would let's do.
So they're going down that line though. They want him to fight another
athlete.
Okay.
I have
Chad versus everybody.
Chad versus everybody?
Yeah, I have Chad versus everybody.
I was thinking, why not give Nate Robinson another shot and have him fight Chad Johnson?
Who do you have in that?
Has Nate Robinson disappeared off social media since the Jake Paul knockout? Or
honestly, the last time I heard about him was watching, what's that podcast that they have the athletes on? Actually, with Chad Johnson.
I Am Athlete.
Yeah, they talked about how well Nate Robinson took that, and they all gave him shit, and he just kind of took it on.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was on the Cam Newton one.
Yeah. So, I'm not sure. He probably disappeared, though. But Chad Johnson's beating the shit out of all the athletes. Yeah,
so all it's saying right now is Chad Johnson, Pac-Man Jones were in talks to fight in Mayweather Paul undercard, and then it said Chad Johnson turned down fight versus Adam Jones in Mayweather Paul undercard. I'm assuming I bet by the time we do our next podcast next week, we'll have an opponent.
It has to be someone retired, right?
Yeah, a retired athlete.
Chad is in shape. He stays in shape. You know, I feel like not all these guys are doing that.
But Nate Robinson was in shape and still got fucking knocked out cold.
That's true.
I'm curious who they could have. I'm assuming they're going to keep hyping it up. Hopefully another athlete. The only ones that came to mind were, like I said, if Nate Robinson wanted another shot, this Pac-Man Jones thing. I was thinking if there is any random dudes.
Are there any rivalries he had?
I mean, the one I kept thinking was Terrell Owens, but they're fans.
That.
Yeah, Terrell Owens.
They're friends,
or when Randy Moss want to come box or something. But Randy Moss has a big ESPN job and stuff.
But
I don't think he wants to do that. Or I was even thinking because of all the notoriety Paul Pierce has been getting fired from ESPN, showing all the strippers, and now he's showing his whole marijuana farm. Paul Pierce versus Chad Johnson would be funny, but I think Paul Pierce is chubby and out of shape. But I think that would be funny, and I think Paul Pierce is way bigger. Yeah, Paul Pierce is 6'7". He's a big dude. Paul Pierce got to be 6'7", 240.
I feel like it has to be a football player.
And
That's why Terrell Owens, Chad Johnson would be. But I feel like they're friends, you know?
Yeah. Pac-Man and Jones and him are friends too, but I think, he doesn't want to fight him either. So we'll see. But this is intriguing, seeing Chad Johnson on the card. It's just funny.
Yeah.
He's in good shape. We love him. I grew up in Cincinnati. Yeah, so we always like the Bengals guys. So shout out to Chad Johnson. I'll be rooting for Chad Johnson. Again, let's see his opponent. But yeah, it was weird too. If it's an exhibition, I'm curious why he wouldn't just fight Pac-Man Jones, but he must be thinking he's taking it serious and doesn't even want to punch.
No, he's taking it serious. He's a savage.
He doesn't want to take his friend in a boxing match, but again, he's 43.
He doesn't want to embarrass him.
I thought Nate Robinson was going to be a little bit better too, so we'll see if Chad Johnson's really been boxing. But I even heard that he used to go over and train with Mayweather for his gym. That's why he's actually on this card, because he's actually friends with Mayweather.
Chad?
Yeah. He used to go to Mayweather Boxing Club and box over there. And
damn.
So Mayweather must have hooked him up. Obviously, he's going to get him a little payday, so shout out to Mayweather.
I can't wait to see the opponent for that. I wish he'd Odell Beckham or someone I want to see get beat up.
Yeah, he's still playing in the league, but all right, so on to the main event, the fight you have all been waiting for. Floyd Money Mayweather is 50-0, taking on Logan, the YouTube sensation Paul, who's 0-1. It's really sad to see 50-0 versus 0-1, first and foremost.
Yeah.
What's your first takes?
I mean, first off, do you think Floyd is actually 5'8", or do you think he's shorter than that? I feel like he's shorter than that, to be honest.
Maybe.
I saw him in person. I mean, that's the biggest thing, right? I mean, Logan Paul's a big-ass dude, you know?
What's more surprising, the 50-0 versus 0-1, or who has more Instagram followers?
Who does?
Guess. Don't look at the screen.
Logan Paul.
Nope, Floyd Money Mayweather.
Really?
Look right there, 23.7 million followers, 18.2 million. I thought that was interesting.
That's right. That should be
right. Floyd, because he's worldwide, too.
Yeah.
I mean, Logan's only in the United States, maybe a little bit worldwide now. But
the only thing, first off, Floyd took the fight. It's just, when you're a legend and you take the YouTube boxing fight, I don't know. He's just such a small guy. What are we expecting out of this?
So
like he just body punched it, like, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I do, like I said, I do think now that this happened, I do think Floyd's gonna put some pressure on him. But Logan's a lot bigger
after the Jake Paul little exchange.
Yeah, Floyd might really try to put some punishment on him.
Yeah.
And I mean, right now I'm seeing odds as much as minus 100,000, which would be 10,000 to 1 for Floyd Mayweather if I'm reading this right.
Wow.
Logan Paul plus 2,000.
Zero chance.
Draws plus 1,600. We should bet the draw. On Odd Shark, I'm seeing this seems like it's probably more realistic. This is saying bet online.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather's minus 2,000, so 20 to 1. Logan Paul's plus 900, 9 to 1. Mayweather to imply win probability. So,
I mean, do they have reach here? So what weight class are they fighting?
They're
Is
not.
this just catch weight?
Yeah, they're just.
So Logan just comes in
I don't think
big?
they're weighing in. They're just fighting. Yeah, they're just fighting.
Wow.
Floyd's only like 155, if that.
That's what I'm saying. It's just such a big size
Logan
difference.
Paul's got to have like 40
he is the best
pounds
in the world ever.
He might just be too fast, though, too, where Logan can't even hit him. He's gonna be in and out.
That's probably what it's gonna be, right?
Mayweather, and I think Mayweather's gonna put some pressure on him. I'm anxious to see what happens.
But God,
now.
how exciting would it be if Logan caught him?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again,
what do you feel like? Do you think the odds are right? It should be.
Yeah, well, because this is how it was even with Conor McGregor, and we were talking with Conor McGregor, and people thought like, oh, maybe, and Conor's Conor McGregor. Logan Paul doesn't know Conor McGregor. But
he's small. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, he's smaller, but Conor McGregor is way more skilled and more technical and stuff. And you would still give Conor a way better shot than Logan Paul, even with the size difference. Yeah. And Floyd still, when he put it on Conor, He waited a little while to like whenever that was 6th, 7th, 8th round. We watched it at Dad's house, I remember. And I remember Conor was kind of doing well in the beginning, but then once Floyd put it on, he put it on him. I feel he took him out like the 8th round or whatever happened.
At the end of the day, Floyd is a champion.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's been training.
Not only a champion, he has a lot of pride and a lot of ego, and he's not gonna let. I don't even think he's gonna let this look close.
Really?
That at first I thought like when it was first announced, like maybe they have it a draw because it's a big money show. But now that it got personal on Friday, especially Floyd might.
I don't think Floyd would ever let it go.
Yeah, I hope not.
Do you believe that when they're saying like he took Conor, like everyone says he was just playing with him just to make the fight go on a little bit? Do you feel like those are? I
could believe that. Yeah. And if anything, don't forget too. The later you go, the more tired you get too. And he probably knew Conor's not used to being in this boxing ring for all these rounds, so you let him wear himself out, and you could see it. Floyd. I remember Floyd upped the pressure later in the round. He started pressing forward, pushing him like, oh shit, here he goes. And he was letting Conor dance, but I could see him doing this to Logan Paul too, making him get to like 4th, 5th round and sweat. Do we know how many rounds this is? That's what I'm curious too. Is it 8 rounds like the Logan, or are they doing all 12?
Let me look that up.
Because if 12, how many rounds is? It might be. No, yeah. For our podcast people, we're just pulling up how many rounds they're doing for this Logan Paul Mayweather fight.
What? Oh, here we go.
Right down there. 6 rounds.
Where do you see that?
The first one, Sports Kita, down. Logan Paul had to have 6 rounds.
To have 6 rounds? December 13th? That's it?
6 3-minute rounds. Wow.
Here, hold on. Let's check this ESPN one.
It says 6 3 minutes. The only thing good about this is that Floyd's gonna put the pressure on him right away. Then, so that's good. This does benefit Logan. But maybe
nothing really benefits
Logan. Yeah. But maybe Floyd will take. So now that we know that 6 rounds, we're both going Floyd, obviously.
Yeah.
Let's say, are we going? It goes all 6 rounds and beats him up the whole decision, or you think it takes him out in what round?
I feel like Floyd. I mean, since it's 6 rounds, Floyd takes him out first round.
Damn.
Like I don't think Logan's gonna be able to hit him. And like you said, he might just put the pressure on him from the beginning. I don't feel like he might not want to play with him.
Yeah, I don't think Floyd will take him out the first round. I think again it's that same thing. He's gonna get his feet heavy, let him go a couple rounds, 3, 4.
How long are the rounds?
6, 3 minute, 3 6-minute rounds. Sorry, 6 3-minute rounds.
Huh. What do you think?
I'm gonna go. I think he's gonna let it go 3 rounds, and then he'll start picking up the pace. Once 4 comes, he's gonna start pressuring him. 4, 5. If they're letting him finish it, I hope so. But I'm gonna go Floyd Mayweather. I'm gonna go Floyd Mayweather by 5th round TKO.
5th round.
Yeah.
The thing is, they keep pushing. They push the card back a few times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they wanted fans.
Right.
In Miami, they can have a full packed house.
I don't blame them.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
They did it in Jacksonville, UFC. Now this is in Miami. I saw the number too. It's a big number. I could be wrong. I want to say I saw 50,000, but that could be totally wrong. So I hope that's not right. But maybe it's 20,000. 20,000 fans.
Logan was saying on his podcast, he's like, Mayweather fucked up by pushing the card off so much because then I've had such a long training camp now.
What, Logan moved to Puerto Rico. He's been training in Puerto Rico.
I don't think just to train there. I think he legitimately moved out of
everything.
California.
But he's training in Puerto Rico.
But he is training there,
he moved his podcast. He moved his life there.
Right.
You said for state taxes or something. He's probably making a bunch of money and living in California.
I mean, everyone's leaving LA now, you know.
Especially California. You getting robbed.
So 20-1, do you think that's like the right odds? Like, do you see any way Logan Paul catches Mayweather?
No.
What happens to the world if Logan Paul catches him?
There's no way.
Zero chance?
Zero chance.
If you were the odds maker.
Floyd was fighting smaller, faster, better guys and wasn't getting hit. Yeah. Smaller and faster.
Oh, and not getting hit. That's a good point.
There's no way that a 50-pound heavier dude who isn't even as good as a boxer as those guys is hitting him. There's no way. That's why Floyd's going to dance with him.
Floyd is older now.
He is older. Floyd's just one of those savages.
Do you think he's taking this fight too easy?
No, Floyd doesn't take this game. He doesn't play around.
No, he's not.
No, Floyd is gonna. Yeah,
I want to give Logan a chance.
And the one other thing I do want to say about this card too is that because the Jake Paul Ben Askren was on Triller, right?
Right.
This is on Showtime, so this is going to be a real event.
This is on Showtime.
This is on Showtime, June 6th. That's where all the big boxing fights. Because Mayweather works with has that partnership with Mayweather Promotions. His partnership with Showtime.
Yeah.
So this will be the real one where they have the real boxing guys on the side, and it won't be as much of the shit show with like Snoop Dogg smoking trees and shit with Triller. So I'm interested because I didn't want to see this on a Triller. I'm excited to see the other production, but with the same thing with the Paul brother.
Right.
Fighting Floyd Mayweather. So
do you think Logan continues to fight after this?
I'm assuming, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because
I guess it doesn't damage his reputation,
he'll go back to fight another celeb type shit.
Yeah.
He probably got this opportunity and Floyd was willing to make the money. Logan was willing to make the money. And I do believe these guys signed to these is it the management companies or some kind of agency, and they put him in these spots because now he's at WrestleMania, now fighting Floyd.
Yeah,
you know.
Oh yeah,
but
he has agents, everything. I mean, he's one of the biggest celebrities now. Yeah, both of them.
So, but I think Logan will lose his fight, and then again because they're gonna make too much money.
I guess this is a win-win for him because he's not gonna have his reputation damaged by getting beat out by the best fucking fighter, boxer in history. Yeah.
That was the other thing he said at the press conference too. He's like, Logan Paul was like, I flew on a chopper. You came in a car. I'm like, oh jeez. That was one of Logan Paul's like a little.
I wonder, do you think someone wrote this shit for him?
I know.
You think he definitely prepped this before?
He is corny to me, but
wait in general.
Logan?
Yeah.
In general, is he corny?
Yeah.
No, but I don't want to say he's corny because I appreciate, I respect it, because like I know to the level he's got, that's not easy. So I respect him.
Yeah.
I don't think a little corny, maybe, but you're a little corny too, and I respect you.
That's hilarious.
I love you, and you're corny sometimes.
Hilarious.
But anyway, shout out to Logan Paul. So I'm going Floyd Mayweather 5th round TKO. You're going what?
I'm gonna say, I'll go 2nd round TKO.
Okay.
I'll say he gets out of the first or 2nd round TKO.
So again, this is June 6th, Showtime. We're at today's the 10th. So we're less than 4 weeks, almost 3 weeks away from that.
Wow.
So this is going to be our Logan Paul, Floyd Mayweather predictions and bets. If they do a bets, there won't be any money worth going on for the straight bet, but maybe a round finish. That's where we can get a little value, a round finish.
Yeah,
if they have that.
There's not really bets to make.
They have Jake Paul and Ben Askren at the books, so maybe they'll have this, but who knows?
Yeah. Even if they had him at the books, other than to put the bank on fucking Chad Ochocinco.
Yeah. No, what I said is
Mr. 85.
The round finish, maybe you get a little bit better odds or something. But anyway, I'm going Floyd Mayweather 5th round TKO.
I'm going Floyd 2nd round TKO.
I'm going Jean Pascal by decision. You're going Badou Jack?
Yeah,
by
Badou
decision.
Jack, yeah.
The other one is Jarrett Hurd versus Luis Arias. We're both taking Jarrett Hurd.
Yeah.
And fuck Chad Johnson's opponent. We got Chad Ochocinco Johnson.
100%. Yes, sir.
All right, that's it.